This is how I'm approaching all the cylinders, yeah? So around there. Wait a few seconds and stuff. Get your big daddy out. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome back to another version of Plumbing and Heating Life 5. As you may know, I start all my videos with Assalamu alaikum. What that actually means is may peace be upon you. Right now, while I'm recording this video, I've got 2,890 subscribers, which is great, it's awesome. But I would love to have more, so I really want to get down to 5,000 subscribers, yeah? So if you guys can help me, please subscribe to this channel and I really appreciate it. In this Plumbing and Heating Life series, there are different plumbing and heating jobs which I believe that will give you guys value and you can learn something from. So be sure to watch all my videos. So if you haven't watched my old Plumbing and Heating Life videos, watch them. Even if you think you know what I'm doing, I may be using a tool or I may be using something that you guys haven't got that I believe will make your guys' life easier. And even the other way around, if I'm doing the job and you think that, you know, you can help me, just leave me something down in the comment section below. I really appreciate that. And then it obviously will help me as well. If you guys are on TikTok, then I suggest you go over to there now and follow me on TikTok. Search me up, it's Plumbing Doctors. I post there near enough every single day. Just a variety of different videos, such as, you know, how to unblock toilets, commissioning modes on boilers, and all of that. So if you're on TikTok, be sure to follow me on there. In this video, there's 3 different main clips. The first one is me fitting an Ariston 100 litre water heater. Now I've got another video on this already, but it was a smaller version of this and it was in a unit. So be sure to check that one out. But this one is completely different. So this is part 1 of part 2. The part 2 you're gonna find in my next Plumbing and Heating Life video. But in this one, I show you guys how I do the pipe work on these cylinders. So in the second video, I'm showing you guys the fundamentals of plumbing. So I'm showing you how to fix a dripping tap. So you know you get them bath taps or them basin taps that constantly drip. Now you've got 2 types of taps. You've got a quarter turn one. If you've got the quarter turn one, then you have to change the cartridge. Really easy, same principle. But I'm showing you the older ones, you know them taps that you keep winding the whole way down. I'm showing you how to basically stop it from dripping, how to change the washers, what O-rings to lubricate, what to use to lubricate it. So I'm showing you guys, these are basics of plumbing. And then in the third video, it's just a nice, easy combi swap. So there was a builder who called me, I think there's an Ideal ISAR was in there before. They've asked me to fit a combi boiler for them, which is the most cost effective. And as usual, I fitted a main eco compact. Like I said, I've got other videos on fitting a main eco compact. They're quite thorough guide, but this is just a quick, sped up version of me just putting the camera down and just getting on with it, taking the boiler off the wall and refitting the boiler. Because you know what builders are like, they want to pay next to nothing. So I've gone in there, ripped the boiler out, put the new boiler back in, real life plumbing. It's nice, it's neat, it does the job. It's not the best job in the world, but again, it just does the job. That's a sped up version of that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, like, subscribe, all of that. This is how I'm approaching all the cylinders, yeah? See cylinders up there. So I've got the builders to fit the vessel up there. And they've also fitted this 100 litre tank up here for me. And this is what I'm left with. So the builders have left it like this. So I've got cold, hot, and then the mains coming in. The mains coming in, hot to feed the flat, and cold. This is how the other room is. Proper builder's yards, yeah? They've got an ensuite there, and then a sink there, so it's a flat. So I'm going to show you now. There were, how much of these in total? I think there were 6 in total of these, yeah? I'll tell you how I get started and everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of plan my pipe work. So whenever you approach anything like this, planning is the most important thing. And then everything's quite easy. So plan my pipe work, get my lines drawn up here, put my clips in, and then it's quite easy. And just lay the pipes and then do your bends and stuff like that, get it in. So let's see how this one goes. So what we're doing on this job is this tap here, if you look at it when you open it, it jumps. So the cold water doesn't come out that great. The hot one's worse actually. So if I open this, it's quite stiff to open. And then when you turn, yeah, it's quite stiff now. And then it's gone really loose. And it doesn't shut off completely. Still, you can't see that, I don't know if you can see it, it's still dribbling a bit. So what we're going to do, take these heads off. So we're going to take these heads off, take the cartridge out, lubricate it all, change the ring, reseat this tool and put it back down. This is quite an easy fix. Or what you could also do is change the tap, or the second thing you could do is get these heads, they're called reviver heads. But we ain't going to go out and get them things, we're just going to strip it, lubricate it, change the washers, reseat the thing, put it back together. Old school plumbing, that's what we're going to do. So the first thing we've got to do is turn the water off to its property. So the stopcock is all the way down there at the bottom there, but they've got a lever valve here. We should be able to turn it off. I'll move this fridge, oh it's heavy, out the way. That's it, water's off. Open up hot and cold. Remember guys, it's very important that you leave these open. Yeah, so when we crack that nut upstairs, water will continuously flow out here. So Curtis is here. He's going to do the job to show you how easy it is, the apprentice. So what he's going to do first things first, he's going to take these caps off. So you take these lids off with a flathead. One tip guys, yeah, always close this. So if water does fall down, it's not going to go into there. I mean the screw. So if the screw falls, it's not going to go down there. So take the heads off, take the screws off, get the heads off, like so. Now you're going to get a spanner on this and then just give it a good anti-clockwise. That's the wrong way. You know what, a bigger spanner than that. Why are you making your life harder? So what you want to do is get a spanner on here and undo this here, take that one off and take that one off. It's easy on these bathtubs because you don't have to hold it. If it was on a tap like this, you'd have to hold this here and these will always move around. So bathtubs are a lot easier. Oof. That's it, crack the other one now. Leave that one. So Curtis is struggling to take this one off here. It's all crowded up. So if you're struggling, get this spray here. It's called Crack It. You get it from Screwfix. It's a shock release spray, yeah? So you get the spray. Spray it on there. Wait a couple seconds and stuff. Get your big daddy out. So that didn't work because what's happening is these jaws are it's got a little bit of play in it, so it's not allowing us to grip it. So what we're going to do is use our grips. So if you get the grips, hold it as tight as you can, and then you give it some. That's it, nice and easy. So what you're doing now, we're taking these out. Yeah, you can see that's fully worn. So that's already fully worn. That's the hot. Let's take the cold out. So here's the cartridge here. What we're going to do, we'll pop this little circlip out. It's been taken out. Now, got to basically knock this through. Yeah, so you knock it through like that. Take it all apart. Like that. Same thing to this one. So what we're going to do is replace these washers now, yeah? What you can do if you're stuck for time and you haven't got the parts, just flip the washers around and put them back in like that. It's a flatter edge now, opposed to having this type of lip on it. But I've got this tap repair kit here, and with the tap repair kit you get all these little washers and stuff in there with it. So I want to find the closest washer to it. Let's see if this one's fine. This is too big. This one looks like it would do the job. So we get this one, push that in there like so, screw that back on. That's too big. So what we want to do now is lubricate this thread as well as this O-ring here. Yeah, so lubricate the thread and the O-ring, put that into here. You'll get excess, get the excess back off it, put it back on. So that's sorted. Put some more on the washer there, and you also want to put some on this O-ring here. Once you've done that, you should have a look in here to make sure it's not too dirty in here, no debris in there, and if there is, just rinse it under a tap and get it out of there. So if you look at the old washers here, you can see the indents here, and these weren't too bad, to be fair. You see them a lot squished down a lot more, and that's the reason why the water never stops. Whenever you're turning the tap completely down, it has to sit on the seating, and then it stops the water coming out. Now if it doesn't sit fully, obviously water's then still going to seep out into the tap. So whenever I class this as like a service, whenever I service these cartridges, I always lubricate the whole thing, change the washer, and there's one more thing I'm going to do now, I'll show you. So inside this thingy you've got a seating. Now this seating needs to be nice and flat. The flatter it is, the smoother it is, the better it is of stopping the water. So what you do is you buy this thing here. It's a tap reseating tool. What it does, it reseats the bottom here, it smooths it. So it allows the washers to sit on it nice and flat. You get two different heads. This one here is for the basin. This one, which I'm taking off here, is for the basin. And then this one That's this one. This is for the bath. And you've got these little profiles here as well. You find the profile which fits and you use that one, yeah? So Other ones may not fit. I see these profiles don't fit, so you get the profile which fits. You screw this on here. You tighten that up there, like that. But what's very important is you don't want to go back and forward, you just want to go in one direction. So I push my hand down, and that's it. That's all you need. Let's do that again because this wasn't fully tight. Make sure that's fully tight. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 quarter turns there. Same thing on this side. So if you have a look inside, they're all nice and smooth. To be fair, they weren't that bad anyway. It's just that I always do it. And then what you do is put the tap cartridge back in how it came out. This one back in. Make sure when you put these in it's nice and tight, because what happens is if it's not that tight, then the tenant will come or the homeowner will come, try using it, and when they're unwinding the tap, the cartridge will actually pop out. Just remember that, yeah? Like the head's back on. Clear all this up here. So what we're going to do now is turn the water back on. So make sure these are closed, go turn the water back on. See what it's like. It's nice and smooth and easy, but the real test is this hot one. Nice. No resistance at all now because it's been lubricated. You see what it's like when it's turning it off. Nice. Tighten up a little bit more and it's off. Yeah. That's sorted, and that's sorted. That's how you change a tap. That's how you service a tap cartridge. If you're changing it, it's really easy. Just turn the water off, take the heads off, take the whole thing off, and put it back on. Job done.
When you run out of AAVs,